All right, this is the second shoulder isometric series. This one's going to be focused more on the anterior deltoid, the pecs attachment to the humerus, the long head and short head of the bicep, as well as the often forgotten about subscap that attaches right over top of the bicep tendon. First exercise on the left is a punch out with a band or a cable machine. You're going to load it up as heavy or aggressive as you currently feel comfortable based on your symptoms. You have to hold for a minimum of 30 seconds to a maximum of 1 minute. Repeat 3 times, or you're going to repeat this whole entire circuit of exercises 3 times through. So if you can't hold for 30 seconds, it's too heavy. If you can hold for over a minute, it's too light. Find a resistance that's somewhere in the middle that is tolerable for your symptoms. Again, you're just punching straight out into the band. The elbow should be slightly in front of the torso. Second exercise is internal rotation isometric. So the fist is going to be straight in front of the elbow. Again, it's more comfortable for the forearm oftentimes to put the resistance band around the wrist as opposed to gripping onto it. Many times you feel like you can get a better contraction this way. A subtle key to this exercise is when you start, you're going to have the elbow by your side, but if you can be comfortable based on your symptoms to start lifting the elbow up to about 45 degrees, almost like you're punching up towards the sky. What this is going to do is it's going to start taking away the pec influence and start shifting the influence more to the subscap, which is oftentimes more the issue when people have pain at their shoulder. Subscap generally more involved than the pec for most shoulder injuries, especially anterior or front side shoulder pain. Final exercise on the right here is a front raise. You're going to be in a pronated position, or the palm is facing back away from you. You're going to lift up to about 45 degrees. Hold this position, again, minimum 30 second, maximum of a minute based on your current pain tolerance. Repeat this circuit of 3 exercises 3 times through. Now, if you don't have a band or a cable machine available to you, you could also utilize a wall and isometrically push into the wall to mimic these same 3 movements. Now I need you to know why isometrics are so useful. So if we view this drawing here as the striations of the muscle, because muscle is layered and it has these different striation patterns. So if we say just this portion of the tissue right here is what's compromised, which is commonly the case, it's not the whole entire muscle, it's just various different points of strands of that muscle tissue that is compromised. So what the body will do when it's in pain or when there's a compromised tissue, it will choose to use the healthy portion tissue. So it's going to use these striations right here and avoid loading the compromised tissue. That's useful in the short term because it allows you to stay active and stay doing things, but it's harmful in the long term because we never actually build capacity back up of this tissue. So in order to load that tissue, we have to achieve a time under tension of at least getting beyond 30 seconds of tension through the muscle. This is why isometrics are so useful, and we use that window of 30 seconds to 1 minute hold of an isometric, because what will start happening is these striations will start fatiguing out and the body will start utilizing this tissue or that striation that is compromised a little bit more, and now we have equal distribution of all the striation of the muscle tissue. And this is why isometrics are so useful in recovery, and why we want to include them in any rehabilitation plan is because it helps load the compromised tissue more directly to build strength, capacity, endurance, all those qualities that we're looking for back up again.